Hi, my name is Jared. I wanted to first of all thank you for taking the time to stop by and check this out. So, you're probably wondering, who am I? What am I doing? What is this all about? Well, I just recently left a career in the camp industry. I ran summer camps and after-school programs for the last 20 plus years, and I feel like I did my job exceptionally well. I love my job. It was super fun. I got to provide a magical place for children, and one of the coolest parts was being able to actually help young staff develop into incredible adults. When I think about my time there, I probably had somewhere around 2,000 or 3,000 different individual campers that came through the program while I was there, and anywhere between 800 to 1,000 different staff. I was really fortunate to be able to give my time there. But being a camp director requires a lot. It requires a lot of personal sacrifice. You are constantly stressed all summer, thinking about everything that could possibly go wrong, having a contingency plan for your contingency plan for your contingency plan. You're constantly putting your needs aside so that you can take care of campers, staff, parents, other managers in the building, space issues. Think about running a small school, but not just keeping them in a classroom all day, sending them out for adventures, putting them in what you would call, risky situations. Not high ropes course or anything like that. I wish that would have been awesome, but camp is really cool because it teaches you a lot about life. And that's one of the things that I feel like I really have a great skill at, is kind of teaching people about life, making them see the potential that I see in them. Because I'm a true believer that everyone's got potential. Everyone really has something special inside of them, and sometimes it just requires some help to get it to unlock. And that's where I feel like my biggest strength always was. Encouraging people to do more, see more, be more than they thought they could ever do. And that's just really something that I could never imagine I would be given the opportunity to do. And really understanding that it just required a lot of self-sacrifice. You're constantly stressed, you're always tired. During the summer, I don't think I ever worked anything less than a 10-hour day. During overnights and things like that, you don't go home for days at a time. It just gets to a point where you wear out. And I just recently recovered from a major surgery. I had some sections of my colon actually removed. Sorry if that's gross. But it needed to be done, and it's really lucky that we did it when we did, or else it probably would have become an emergency operation. In doing that, it made me realize how sick I have been and for how long. I had no idea. I have been deathly sick for about 4 years, to the point where it's cost me some of my relationships with close friends, some of my time with family, some time with my wife. It put me in a place where I was constantly struggling just to get through the day. And that's really hard. So coming out of surgery was the very first day that a case of the virus was found here in Utah. A few days later, we had an earthquake, and then we were going to be ready to go with in-person camp very quickly, right after all of this took place. I felt like coming out of this, I was a little immunocompromised. My father, a few years ago, had an accident where he fell off of a deck and went from a guy that played golf 5 days a week to someone that is now in a wheelchair. And he is extremely immunocompromised. And I just didn't feel like I could safely put myself back in that situation or really say goodbye to my dad for the entire summer. So I took the first part of the summer and started some programming online for kids. I had some success with that. I'm always going to continue to work with children. It is a true passion of mine. One of the other things that I really want to be able to do is help parents. I have a ton of knowledge inside of my brain, and it's really practical stuff. How to get your kids to remember things, how to make sure they stay on task, how to keep their schedule going. And I'm planning on sharing those with you guys. And really, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be starting a journey of self-discovery. I'm going to take some time to think about who I am, how I want to spread my message, and the type of things I want to do to help other people. Because really, I think that is my purpose in life, is to help people. And I know there are so many people like you out there that want to do the same thing. I'm just really fortunate to be able to do it right outdoors here in Utah. So part of this journey is me taking some time to find myself, focusing on some things that I really love and care about. One of the things that I deal with on a daily basis is I suffer from dysgraphia. Dysgraphia is a disconnect between my brain and other parts of me. One of the big examples is my fine motor coordination. It's very off, and no matter how hard I work on it or what I do, I can't gain that back. So I think deep down I've always wanted to kind of be an artist. I've always wanted to paint a Bob Ross painting, but I really can't. I physically cannot do that. So I think that's why I picked up a camera. It was my way of expressing the natural beauty, kind of like Bob, but with a lens, with something that I could actually make happen. And in my self-discovery here, I want to see if I can take my photography from a good place to an amazing place. Can I make this into a career? Can I do this professionally? Can I get outside and share what I have to offer with people? And I think that's something that I'm really excited about. It's also going to give me a lot of time to self-reflect, to think about some of the things in my life that I want to change. What's important? Is it stuff? Is it experiences? I mean, I think this pandemic has made all of us question so much about what's important in our lives. And I'm lucky enough to be able to have someone that's supporting me so that I can do this. She's really backing me in everything that I want to accomplish. In fact, pushing me to go further and really encouraging me every time something goes wrong. And I'm super lucky for that. But I really want to kind of take the time and see if I can do, again, for myself, what I've done for so many others. Can I unlock my own potential? Can I stop being afraid of failing? Because I've failed a lot. Doing the job that I did, there is no way you can get it right. There are so many things that happen, you're going to fail. So I don't have a problem with failure. I think that's the wrong way to phrase it. I think it's fear of not being good enough. It's fear of, kind of going through all the things that I think about when I talk with my staff and I remind them that it's nonsense. And I needed some time on my own to heal, to realize that it is nonsense. And that's why I'm taking this gamble at a time where no one should be taking a gamble like this. I'm going to jump into this and see what happens. So part of this journey is the fact that I want to take you along with me. I want to spend some time outdoors honing my photography skills. I really want to take this opportunity to practice some bushcrafting skills. That's part of the reason I'm up this canyon, because it's pretty close to my house, and I'm wondering, is there a place I can get up to kind of practice here? And I really also want to hone my skills as far as helping people to see their potential. And the whole time I do it, I plan to share those photos with you, vlog about what's going on in those circumstances, give you some behind the scenes of exactly how I get to these places and what it takes to actually put all of this together. I want you to come along with me. I want you to share this journey with me, because I feel like it's really going to be something that's unique and special. I have a different philosophy, and I think if you join me on this journey, you really might like some of the things that I have to say and try to teach you. I'm always going to be a teacher. That's something that's really ingrained in me. And I'm not talking about math and science. I'm talking about life. How do we approach things? How do we see the glass half full instead of half empty? How do we pull ourselves up when we don't think we can get it done and actually do it? And the whole time, I'm going to take you with me. I'm going to film all of it. I'm going to be sharing my photos and things on social media. So I really hope you'll join me on this journey. But there's one last surprise that I have for all of you guys. And it's something that I'm so excited to share with you. So the thing that I'm most excited about is that I have decided to take the next 12 months and dedicate them to traveling all over Utah and creating a coffee table book. This is a dream of mine that I've had for a very long time. I know it's so cheesy, right? A coffee table book. I love them. As a kid, I used to love looking through them and seeing all the pictures and thinking about how someday I could go there. And I want to inspire you to do that. I want to hopefully show you places like this that are so immensely beautiful that it inspires you to get out and either try to take photos or see more of Utah or whatever's around you. That's really what this is all about. And the whole time I'm going to bring you with me. We're going to be posting weekly on YouTube, and we really need your support. Please like our page, subscribe to our channel. If you want to be kept up to date on the latest content, ring that bell. But you guys, I'm a big canyoneer. I love being outside. I'm going to take you to places that you will never get to see unless you're with someone that can rappel and do all kinds of crazy things. I'm going to start my journey off by summiting Utah's highest peak. I'm going to do a 4-day solo Kings Peak backpacking trip, and I'm going to take you along with me and show you everything that I get to see. I really hope you'll take the time to join us. Please, again, like our page, subscribe to what we have to do, and ring that bell if you want notifications of when we're going to be sending things out. Thank you so much for taking the time to stop by and check us out. I really can't wait to share all of these adventures with you. Take care. Be well, my friends.